Hey, if you have solar panels on your roof or you're even just thinking about getting them, you're going to want to hear this because your whole relationship with energy is about to get a major update. Let's get into it.
Simple question, right? Because if the answer is yes, then the way you actually benefit from those panels is about to be completely rewritten.
And listen, this isn't some vague, far-off prediction. We're talking about a huge shift that's officially happening in 2027. It's going to fundamentally change how much money you get back from your solar investment.
Okay, let's just rip the Band-Aid off. All that extra energy your panels make during the day, the stuff you send back to the grid, well, its value is about to fall off a cliff. We're talking pretty much zero. Yep, you heard that right. €0. So what on earth is going on?
Let's dig into the actual problem here. Why is the awesome green energy you're producing all of a sudden becoming worthless right when the sun is shining brightest? Well, it all boils down to simple supply and demand. Just think about it. On a sunny afternoon, what is every single solar panel in the country doing? Exactly. They're all making power and sending the extra back to the grid, all at the exact same time. This creates a massive traffic jam of energy, a huge oversupply. And what happens in any market when it's flooded with product? The price crashes. But then fast forward to the evening. The sun's down, everyone's home turning on their lights and TVs, demand shoots through the roof, and suddenly that same energy is incredibly valuable again.
And this is the part that's so frustrating. Your panels are working perfectly. They're doing exactly what you bought them for. But because of this grid imbalance, you end up getting almost nothing in return during those peak sunshine hours.
So, what's the fix? How do you stop giving away your valuable power for free? Well, the answer isn't about making more energy. It's about being smarter with the energy you already have. And that, my friends, is where a home battery changes the entire game.
Don't get caught up in the technology. At its heart, a home battery is really just a smart storage box. Think of it like a piggy bank for your power. It collects all that solar energy during the day when it's worth nothing and saves it. Then, when energy is expensive in the evening, it gives that power back to you. You're literally time-shifting your energy's value from zero to hero. That's the whole trick.
Now, this little time shift trick isn't just cool. It adds up to real money in your pocket. We're talking about turning that wasted energy into actual, measurable profit.
Now, here's a stat that shocks just about every solar owner I talk to. Without a battery, you probably only use about 30% of the power your panels generate. That's it. The other 70% gets dumped onto the grid when it's worth next to nothing. But look what happens when you add a battery. Boom. You can boost that number to 65% or even more. You literally more than double the amount of your own power that you use from the very same panels.
And why is that such a big deal? Because every single kilowatt hour your battery saves for you is a kilowatt hour you don't have to buy from the utility company at full price, which is about 32 cents. Every bit of power you save from being wasted is a direct 32-cent win. That adds up so fast.
But it gets even smarter. A lot of the time, especially in summer, you'll make more power than you can even use or store. A battery turns you into a mini energy trader. You fill up your battery, and then the system can automatically sell the rest back to the grid in the evening when the prices are high. We're talking up to 15 cents per kilowatt hour. So you're not just saving money anymore, you're actively earning it. This also acts like a shield, protecting you from another new thing on the horizon: peak hour grid fees. The grid is going to start charging a lot more for power during those super busy hours, like 5 to 9 p.m. But with the battery, you don't care. You just unplug from the grid and run on your own stored sunshine. No peak fees, no problem. But this is about so much more than just saving a few bucks here and there. This is really about taking total control of your home's energy and making sure you're secure no matter what happens out there.
And here's the best part. You don't have to manage any of this. These systems come with a brilliant little brain. It's called an Energy Management System, or EMS. It works 24/7 in the background, watching energy prices, deciding when to store, when to use your own power, and when to sell. It works with any energy company and can even talk to your other big energy users like a heat pump to make your whole home run as efficiently as possible.
The system is so smart, it even saves you money in the winter when your panels aren't doing much. If you have a dynamic energy contract, it sees when power from the grid is super cheap, usually in the middle of the night, for maybe 20 cents. It'll quietly charge up your battery then, so you can use that cheap power during the day instead of buying it for 32 cents. It's constantly playing the market for you, always finding ways to save.
Okay, but let's talk about maybe the most important benefit, one that goes way beyond your electricity bill: security. What happens when the power goes out in your neighborhood?
Well, for you, not much. With a home battery, you can keep your whole house running like nothing ever happened. Your lights stay on, the Wi-Fi doesn't drop, your food stays cold in the fridge, the heat pump keeps you comfortable, you can even keep charging your car. That's not just convenient, that's real independence. That's peace of mind.
Oh, and here's one last little cherry on top. If you do go with a dynamic energy contract, you can often get a VAT refund on your energy costs because you're now technically an active player in the energy market. It just makes the numbers look even better.
So let's just pull this all together. What we're really talking about here is a complete package that makes your home smarter, safer, and totally ready for whatever the future of energy holds.
So let's just quickly recap. You take way more control of your own power, more than doubling how much of it you use. Every bit you save is worth 32 cents. You can actually make money selling power back at the best times. You're totally shielded from new peak hour fees, and, maybe most importantly, you have total security when the grid goes down.
When you add all of that up, the bottom line is incredibly simple and powerful. A home battery makes the solar panels you already paid for more than twice as valuable. It unlocks the true potential that was always there.
So with these big changes just around the corner, the only real question left to ask yourself is this: is your home ready for the future of energy?